There's a scene in games Zibia one cast out to say pressure ideally. Madrid and Celta Vigo ball. The things you want to see, or it's probably likely that you're going to see, is that you see Celta Vigo putting all the 11 players behind the ball because quality Madrid will be changed Celta Vigo. But this was the reality today. And then Real Madrid had to defend with 11 players most times of the game. Yeah, Madrid were defending 11 players behind the ball. Now, why how game no is ending. This is not the only situation that is here. Now Madrid any place ni na kwa go post anymore. And again, because of copyright, we cannot show you video, but clearly, and then Madrid has suffered here. We are going to look at key details. They be near the Barcelona more stories. So also so I'm going to now me want somebody they pro. Of course, when you say hey all sport GHL YouTube, and you know that this is usual back to back latest sports updates. Inti mame no monkomo na ye hwade ye kakra because and then game I'm share kakra against Celta Vigo. At some point in time you might think so, oh Madrid for a wungo for no me go more left to right center because Celta Vigo for no omni body but omo team omo hard ye pa bad 2 seasons they've been struggling, but now it looks like Roda Gerrard is bad biasa. The kind of football they play is good. Players ni bo age Iago Aspas 37 years is old. Iago Aspas ta wojina na so no him how na osi tormenting amount for big games me to say na the game, but now they are managing his game time and no bad game anymore. We'll talk about it. Look at how he changed the game on Trumika, but the touch is dangerous. One of the concerns before the game Real Madrid for defense, no, because a lot of them Madrid for how are they going to shape up in defense, because they say Carlo Ancelotti told us to say the entire ne planning in a near breakthrough the season is also say aka Spanish La Liga no and not necessarily omani ewomu pa. And says Spanish La Liga when you womu the NHS say Carlo in fact game no. So I was curious to know the kind of lineup at Madrid for the ball. There are Lucas Vasquez right back on the day. Says they to move ni name will go, but option in the one says so when Fran Garcia's the left back because Ferland Mendy is not okay. Asensio no Chouameni, and I was like, okay. And yeah. Because we make Jama, Jacobo Raman yeah, but as I saw building the confidence, and there is no way Carlo Ancelotti remember Jesus Valeu, Aboboni. So the back four I saw is okay. Yeah, then midfield of Fede Valverde, Dani Ceballos, okay, Jude Bellingham more of a number 9 and number 10, Vinicius Junior 11, more of a right wing Ada Guler and a Kylian Mbappe. The lineup looked fair. It was a fair lineup, to be very honest. You see, when Madrid started the game, early goals. In fact, Madrid for building and the fake stuff, Papa with a social Pepe. Mbappe ni Ada Guler, solid goals, good goals. Ada Guler is playing very well. And I go for say, oh, Carlo Macorano opportunity, but Carlos also or well, maybe this is not the topic we want to have a discussion right now. But Carlo Ancelotti, the boy, Madrid had good games, and Madrid they were cruising 3-0 as at 48 minutes. Madrid cruising, obi for Madrid home. Because 48 minutes, this discussions are not also around the game. And say Mbappe go kill you, because Pichichi say Lewandowski with 25 goals, Kylian Mbappe with 24 goals. In 2 goals na washe no. Wababe Robert Lewandowski and say I can 1 goal between them. So the discussions Mbappe the back be count na hat-trick say the or tie between Lewandowski and Lewandowski with Prafi and Oba. So the discussion, even from the commentators, we're not even about the game, because they were discussing other things, because they thought Madrid were cruising. I thought Madrid were cruising. I'm sure you also thought Madrid were cruising. But see, and one thing I did not like about the game, they say Madrid they as a complete things, you know, a starting say eba, obi jibo we ni mua. Say obey lead to sobe pass ya maninia. So no abeshe go kra obey leader. Say decision affrontinate say individualism na ekoso. It's ball no kodre ni mua. And check na asan so aba. Esa you put pressure on your defense. Ekoya na say midfielders ni nya ball na Kylian Mbappe de nsa so say bobo no tumu mame. Na Vinicius Junior say bobo no tumu mame. It's also bobo no tumu mama no makose na ball na asan so aba. No matter how good the defenders are, no, pressure beba wo moso. And even at 3-2, me gasa say I think the Carlo Ancelotti man kofo no edi semu no weni mo sa because pressure with team ni so ball no could drain him. Hold on to the ball. Mon pass because na Celta Vigo for no my bro. But Madrid no lose balls na e more confidence yenkwahye. And no na ba ko Iago Aspas dey na nchi ji ball no edima Duran ono so boy ka kete tibu kutu a chi ne ma ne fa de same ka kete ka samu yesi because they were not holding on to the ball weni ball and I was like what is going on meaning say ka game we 3-3 enka yen ka me central for ne fans na ka omo hwemu nka problem a na o Madrid team ne bon ka I'm sure say kwa ye referees ne decisions honestly referee no take a decision bia ne ho ye me wanwa because back could be last man Kylian Mbappe extend defender and enemy defender and foul. I thought it was going to be a red card. He gave me yellow card. I was like, wow. Me also Jude Bellingham so kotia obi ma na Celta Vigo for so air red card and so much Jude Bellingham yellow. I was like, hey. And only decisions be when you say about Madrid for no more penalty be, but the major ones then my boss will party actually. But see, we hear no free wha. Madrid were no holder because and then Claudio Girardes, coach at the Celta Vigo, no. He realized his mistake. He said, second half, you know, the kind of changes not all year. And I'm Madrid for ain't me hold on to the changes because Elias Moriba gave him or the Pablo Duran by or the Avante fan Williams Wardbeck and so a game anymore. Iago Aspas a game anymore. You know, clearly, you know, so they are doing attacking substitutions. Now, for Madrid players, you know, they were getting tired, and they Chouameni, I love the way we play, and they will show leadership, which you know, especially battles no ajibo. Meaning, say it was not the A game, but I dare me who fan and who game anymore. I liked it. We're going to maybe. Na Asensio ma bre ultimu say Lucas Vazquez wa bre me defenders were issues with them but nepa die I'll blame any more for because ball no kwani mu anche na sanso aba kuta ball ne say mato me bom ye nya abotre me ye mo ball no na ye pass ne ye work of one out obi a penita makwa go. That was very bad, but it's all good. Sometimes these things, you know, you see. Says, hey, this is why the conversation is. Table no Barcelona was 79 points. Real Madrid was 75 points. It's 4 points. And now still a down team. Now the conversation once again is that Madrid for no account 4 games. Barcelona account 4 games. Into Yamia Dumwa, Madrid next game, Kwesiada, Omoko, Montjuic. Any Barcelona Kwakobo. Then after that, they play against Mallorca. No abebo Sevilla. If Sevilla, we call Sevilla for home. No abebo the last game against Real Sociedad. 4 games. Obeko Barcelona fee. Obetne fee ni Mallorca bo. Obeko Sevilla fee. Ne we be season, you know, with Real Sociedad. Well, what I say. Meanwhile, Barcelona for so no. Of course, me can't La Liga, and I'm not going to say anything about the Champions League because La Liga no next so all bet sniffy and Real Madrid abo. Then away game to Espanyol. No I bet sniffy and Villarreal abo. No I call and let's go Bilbao for whom. Madrid for no hope I'm winning in an say. According to Madrid, no feel says it's Michel Barcelona or El Clasico no more. Bilbao for no bet me surprise it Barcelona for. And one hope now. Says you mukutane but yes so you hopeful and the best be idea or have say sebe sadia we all dey me say interviews na I started egusu ekoso na omako be Safedi Valverde say Clasico no nyame aduma next week mu ahye we dey and say the most important game of the year El Clasico na ebeba so no say someone the chance to win the El Clasico this game into no many abre am person mo find ways of winning that game. Well we dey here what I say, maybe no stories in the bar. You know, one seven so Eddie Bro. Wouldn't say Bayern Munich for ideally they were supposed to have Ibiza holidays because now Omufu Sombeje the Bundesliga and he cancel. You know, the sound story in the bro. I'm a Visan company. Initially, he had planned to say Kwesiada and a Monday, Tuesday, a day off for the players, but because the Ibiza trip has been cancelled and he record the players back. Monday afternoon, the players are supposed to return to training so that they prepare against Mönchengladbach this weekend. You know, I know a arrangement a Bayern Munich for it through Visan company. So initially, the arrangement has been cancelled. There's a new arrangement which the players are supposed to return to camp Monday afternoon. Meanwhile, Laura Sani, we are still awaiting, say, about extending his contract. You know, say, I've told you the details about it. Initially, say 10 plus 5, 10 year, basic wage, and 5, variables, bonuses, if you want to call it. Initially, Bayern Munich had offered him 8 million. What I said, I don't know, I did delay in the buy, but I'm being told this to say everything is settled very well. So Laura Sani, and also many a contract extension because already he deserves it. What I say, I train. But American Madrid, a Bayern Munich the class of my main son for count say Bayern Munich for Jamal, Flui Vita. Plan a one say, son say, already seek a true do be share David's conversation. The Munich was say omo manage situation ni bi kakra. How are they going to manage it? Then if they do that, they will not get a lot of money to sign a player or a backup striker to Harry Kane. Because budget cannot sustain it. Into the plan I've heard from Bayern Munich, say, Omunya Vit nkwana na bonnet they no committee a lot of money was a deal anymore. What they intend to do is that they're going to use Serge Gnabry as the backup striker instead. Into some boy no, almost uncle, so best now Kwandia. Now you're going to be a backup striker to Harry Kane. Well, yeah, baby, can was some. Okay, another one. Say Dembele nyame aduma mata so ochina e we so started training penyifo ne se master wa omobo ni bia here be den. In Dembele I likely say nyame aduma ochina obe started training because he need to play the Wednesday game against Arsenal. You know, say players no once I won nine criteria be wo pani am wabu. And then Robert Lewandowski was started training. Na minim wire coach in still on wow usuro bia na akohanya ye kro ne mu nti you want to be very careful. I started training so keke ball ne come na bom they will be very careful with the injury you know I know Barcelona for some say they want to be very careful make omo started training no Benjamin Pavard on so started training e me no ka say dey ni brabo hwe wo dey start ya me so we dey start akye twa Lautaro Martinez say bia nyame admoch na on so be started training there but for now on dey eja try dey be bia dey wan sama dey brabo make training in some Barcelona for training Alejandro Baldi, Macasado, Mac Bernal. Oh, Bernal, I'm happy to see you, eh? This boy, Omumi and San, and they Omu training together. On say, Bernal cried with Pracha, Macasado, the answer. No one started to do Alejandro Baldi, so or back, but they want to be very careful with him. And they say, Omumi and San, no, these guys are definitely coming back, but not so soon. We'll have to wait and see what will happen. What I say, the baby behind the one semen so edible. Me was saying training be. I got casa with Spain. See no musi dinner. Temo no one casa na no ya. I say, just or time basin. So I say already. Obiwe biya be can be en fan ho. So on one casa the books so there. Hendrik a better player. Chen la me man so akwa we. Obeya me dinner temo kwa. Ne se no musi dinner temo no. Obi kura say. Masa enu ntine onhwem na onkwaye na pampom yi. Just nsam bebre ankofo aka e de akire papa nya asam ketwa. No, I say we want to cry. In Kakada Guler cray. Hendrik says, just open controversy, and what should I go cancel? Munuzano. Anyway, Tony Cruz is saying, on no about made for the Navy pain or experience, who made for the papa, born or about a tiasi. or see and can't we are singing and say play be a friend Pedri no or no sa play any importance a chain Lamine Yamal any Lewandowski ni Hafinha no so come with the credit actually say I Lamine Yamal mo body but player be BAC ni naso say team ni be ye say enye yo gina na naso no boy no my friend Pedri no he's the main guy inti amanfo nya say nkomo no de na baby o say Pedri o say sesia ye kasa sesia play bienu a onim number 8 na ball e chain Pedri we you Toni Kroos o na wa cancer when what say or see play bienu onim number 8 na ball while Manchester City any Morgan Gibbs White in common you say personal terms has been agreed or make be we say the aka Manchester City any Nottingham Forest for or may agree on a figure for now no I feel on starting negotiations try to find out figure out which kind of figure they will or amounts they will take na me deal with the Morgan Gibbs White the City e dey na muyi unko pe establish midfield dey be man we dey deal with it and then me o check Manchester City platforms ni nyina no it looks like 95-96% of the supporters do not agree with this particular decision from our board and management which I am part Morgan me dey misro what's English guys no mo ba Fabia Sao this will be a yagas yatson if you quite na say we pa de me deal with the munya rough no munya object no edi asam kreni Josemi and Jose Jimenez and so Josemi Jimenez Atletico Madrid for center back no matter say and he say initially Atletico Madrid for one kasisi ke pio bi de baby a mon ton but matter say there almost say omagum and say obi kute sike bi na sika na okay nko ande omani problem bia no they will let the player go into they are open to selling the Uruguay center back Jose Jimenez and some ketwa make Atletico Madrid and some say yellow black when you say wabepa Casillas as goalkeeper okuta most clean sheets in the Spanish La Liga most clean sheets in the Spanish La Liga no say goalkeeper no okuta most clean sheets Andoni Zubizarreta okuta 232 clean sheets Zubizarreta no we only free one aka Boyo sukuta 212 na wabaka Jean Oblak also 173 no abak Ike Casillas no 172 Victor Valdez 171 maybe actually the micho yes it is Jean Black otoso miensa Inyesho so second no krebe because Boyo 212 and Jean Black 173 and possible. Yes, say possible to see what I say. Yes, Crystal Palace 4 player a very easy. Now say now yes omo ye chess game. It's a chess game there. Minimbo and the omo minimbo and nimbo. I say you can't compete. No more competing for 4 days. I was like really honestly, I'm not too much conversant with this chess game. Also we better we really bear it's 15,000. Tournaments are not mobile. I bet we win 15,000. Wow. And there's a good power. And the chess Charlie. Wow. I love that. Skana we din enye sika ketwa 15,000 no na je say akwa na nyame ehira no dem say dey sibo ade dey pa. What? Okay. Firmino say no kwasam ne say ne age e dey ama Liverpool osna nse oti chire na ohwe na Liverpool team no and ball no mo and league no imagine o say odomasi they are playing very well no afe Mohamed Salah yi person say time no Salah e ball no say partnership the next week no o say na nafufu da omuntem no na it was a great period within time no ball edema Liverpool into so wafi those moments especially Mohamed Salah wafi the year pa no someone also economics okay that is very very nice wafi na yati okay into for this was going to be very short one of course let me do it as such me sounds waba edifo for what they are bro yakopon on shira bebre bye bye.